Let's take you to the Dube Hostel in Soweto, and that's where we find SABC News reporter Calvin Dludla. Calvin, good morning to you. Thanks indeed for your time. What is the situation like at the Dube Hostel? We know that there are a number of issues that communities there have raised, and usually round about this time, when everyone is encouraged to go out and register for the upcoming elections, that's when you get to hear some of the pressing issues faced by these communities. What are you hearing on the ground?
Good morning to you, Criselda, and to our SABC viewers at home. Yes, indeed, we are here at the Dube Hostel in Soweto. That is where we are engaging with some of the residents here. They are telling us about their issues, the issues that they are facing. They are talking about issues of electricity. They are talking about issues that relate to water. They are telling us that the service delivery is poor here in this hostel. Remember that I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, there was a protest not far from where we are, and in most cases when people from here protest, they normally barricade or block roads with the stones and burning tires when it comes to service delivery issues. And when we came in here, we spoke to some of the police officers that we know that are on the ground. They told us that, no, Calvin, you can go to Dube Hostel for now. It's quiet. We've been patrolling around that area. You can come and work there. It's safe. The reason why we had to ask police officials, it's because sometimes the situation becomes so volatile, especially in hostels. But now we are just next to a voting station. We'll be able to engage with the IEC and the members of the community, especially those whom will be voting here. Let me introduce one of them. That would be Mr. Mgodla. Wakwabuthelezi baba sibonga kakhulu ngesikhathi sakho na ukhona la uvukile ekseni kubanda weza la kulesi sikhungo. Ngiyabona ukuthi khona iqembu olimele la ngeke ngilibize ngegama, kodwa ungasichazela nje ukuthi mhlambe isimo sikanjani la nanokubekezelelana kwenu ukuthi mhlambe nikwazi ukusebenza la.
Asibonge sibingelele emsakazi, sibingelele nakubabukeli. Cha, isimo senhlalo asihle emahostela. Asisihle neze, kodwa ke siyazama nathi uku-exercise ama-right ethu njengokuvota, kodwa inhloso nqangi yethu noma isimo esihlupheke ngaso kakhulu ugesi la ngaphakathi. Ugesi uyashintsha-shintshana njengamanje. Ugesi ngesinye isikhathi uyakwabanye ngesinyawo since 2022. Iyona nje inkinga ke nanesimo ke somgwaqo ongenelela ngaphakathi. Uma uphuma elokishini ungene hostela kuba nomehluko, ubuka isimo esikanjalo nezindlu ezakhiwayo ngaphakathi engakhombisa ukuqhubeka nokuphela ukuthi zakheke ngokwesikhalo sabantu. Lokho kuyinkinga zethu.
Awusitshele Mgodla ukuthi mhlambe manje njengoba kuzovotwa nisela ukuthi kube khona uguquko oluzoba khona la. Ngicela ungabalula ukuthi iqembu lakho lona lizokwenzani, ngoba mhlambe ngoba ngathi sengikunika isikhathi sokuthi ukhankasa. Ungasitshela nje ukuthi mhlambe iziphi inguquko benifisa ukuyibona zenzeka la emahostela, ikakhulukazi mase kufike entlalweni eniphilayo la?
Inhloso nje yokuvota ukuthi kushintshe impilo zabantu, ngoba ukuvota kumayelana ne-service delivery ikakhulukazi ke kubantu basemahostela. Akungaselona leli engikhuluma kulona njengamanje eDube. Kufanele abantu basemahostela bathathwe njengabantu bonke, baphathwe njengabantu abasezweni nabo, bathola amalungelo, bathola izinto, bathola izinsiza kusebenza, bathola inhlalo njengawo wonke umuntu. Amahostela nawo athathwe njengeyindawo. Kahle kahle nje okwenzeka la ekhaya nakwamaningi amahostela kuyenzeka.
Amaphoyisa asenokhala kakhulu, athi kuneyinhlokotela zeyibhame isuke ifihlwe la.
Ayingeke ngithi kuneqiniso lalokho, kodwa ukusebenzisana namaphoyisa kuseyinhlakeni zeyinduna njengoba sikhona ngaphakathi. Kuyasetshenzwa igebengu ikhona yonke indawo, kodwa iqiniso lithi amaphoyisa angena noma inini mayefuna ukungena enza ama-operation.
Bese siphetha kuze sokhuluma ne-IEC. Sicela usichazele ukuthi uthini umyalezo wakho kulabo bangakafiki ukuzobhalisa noma ukuzolungisa imininingwane yabo efaka phakathi namakheli nentsha iyouth ukuthi ifike nayo izobhalisa la.
Umyalezo wami uthi wonke umuntu namhlanje njengoba kuyilanga cishe lokugcina lokubhalisa before kumenyezelwe ukhetho ngokusemthethweni, wonke umuntu kubalekile ukuthi eze ku-IEC azobhalisa igama lakhe, angagcini ngokubhalisa bese evota. Ukuvota kwakhe bese evota kahle, ngoba lolu khetho njengoba lulukhali lushiya idingo zethu la sihleli khona singabantu. ukuvota kwethu kwesifuna sivote local sivotele futhi abantu esiyokwazi ukubabuza ngemisebenzi ukuthi kwenzeka kanjani ukuthi noma kwenzeka kanjani ukuthi akekho uhulumeni asikho uhulumeni omkhulu sisekhaya njengamanje ukulungiswa ke uyilungisela wena ekhaya lakho.
Siyabonga kakhulu umgodla Buthelezi engaging with SABC News. Now let me introduce Mr. Pitso who is an IEC official, a senior IEC official, communications manager in Gauteng. Thank you very much for your time. Yesterday we were together in one of the hostels and we spoke, and you said that everything was running smooth. Can you tell us, I know it's still early, you can tell us what you have gathered so far. How many people came out yesterday in total to register?
Yes, yesterday we were able to service 133,000 people, just over 133,000 people in Gauteng, and of those 17,000 slightly more than 17,000 were new registrations. So today we expect maybe the numbers would rise, would increase, but also calling out to communities to come out. This is the last chance to do an in-person voter registration at all our voting stations across the province and across the country.
Now you are talking about in-person. Maybe that is where people get lost. You are talking about the in-person. It's the last day for in-person. Can you explain more that maybe even tomorrow they can still register?
Yes, indeed. The IEC has got offices in all the municipalities across the country and across the province. In Gauteng, we also have offices in all the regions in the metros. So each metro with let's say Joburg has got 15 regions, the IEC has got an office in all of those regions. So in person, it means people can register by coming out to themselves to the voting stations, but also at our IEC offices during office hours from Monday or weekly during working days. However, this week is very crucial because after today, the Minister of COGTA might proclaim the election date, and when that happens, voter registration is going to stop. Those people who would be able to visit our offices, if they go there, the voter registration will not take place. Those people that are registering themselves online, that too will shut at midnight on that day. So it's very important that people should ensure that they update their details, they register themselves online, or they come to our offices, or today they use the opportunity that we've given at all voting stations to come and register, because once the day is proclaimed, you will not be able to register again, which is very important that to register. These elections this year are local government elections where you elect your local representatives in your municipalities. It's very important that people must participate.
Let's talk about demarcation issues now. There are those who would say, I registered in Dube, but only to find out that my name appears somewhere. There are areas that are affected, including Orlando East and Orlando West. People saying that, no, I did not register here. When I go where I registered, I'm told that my name does not appear, but it appears somewhere else, far from where we are. How are you sorting those issues out? What needs to be done in your message to communities, especially those who might say, no, but I can't go where I did not register. I have issues with that.
No, it's very important that people must realize that the law requires that you register where you are ordinarily resident. So if you register on the IC systems, you give us your address. The IC systems will place you in a voting district where you're ordinarily resident. But those that feel that they have been moved, maybe because of the demarcation processes that took place, which is a process that is undertaken by the Municipal Demarcation Board, not by the IC. If those people feel that they have been moved, they need to go online to check where they are registered. If that address is not incorrect, they can update, or that voting station is incorrect, they can update their details on our online systems, but also visit today the voting stations. That can be done tomorrow or before proclamation. They can still go to offices. That can be done. But remember, the IC is not responsible for voter for municipal or ward demarcations. That is the work of the Municipal Demarcation Board. But once the Municipal Demarcation Board has demarcated the wards, the IC then creates voting stations that places people in the voting district where they are ordinarily resident.
Are you happy with the number of people that have come out to register or to update their details? I know you might have a target of the number of people that you need. Are you happy with the turnout so far?
Yes, we are happy really that people are taking this opportunity to participate and register. But remember, our target is everybody who's not registered. In South Africa, you can only vote once you are registered on the voters roll. I'm sure you know the stats out there that there are over 12 million people that are not on the voters roll or around that figure. So as the IEC, that's really our target, that everybody that is not on the voters roll can come out and register, either use this in-person opportunities that we do at the voting stations and at our offices, but also use the online platform to go and update their details, register, just to make sure that on the 4th of November, they get up and show up at voting stations and vote.
When it comes to the issues of safety, I've not seen a single police van here. Are you satisfied with the safety of your employees who are inside here, this voting station? Remember, this is a hostel. It might be volatile anytime. So are you happy with the safety of your employees here?
Yes, we are confident that our employees are safe. Remember, the law requires that the IC must create a conducive environment for voter participation, especially voter registration or voting per se. So our staff that we are employed in these areas do this stakeholder engagements, communicate with all our stakeholders, including leadership here at the hostel, so that they know we are coming in. They become our first point of protection. So these are the people that we work with, our stakeholders, but not only in this hostel, but in all other hostels, in all other communities. We try as the IEC to speak to stakeholders to make sure that they become our first point of protection or an early warning system if there are challenges. But also the security agencies also do the monitoring, and we work with them as the IEC. They give us updates, so if there are going to be flare-ups, we're able to protect our staff accordingly.
Thank you very much for your
You're
time.
welcome.
Thank you very much. That was Mr. Moses Pitso from the Independent Electoral Commission, known as the IEC, engaging with SABC News on the number of issues, including the safety of their employees and the turnout thereof. We have scheduled an interview with the South African Police Service spokesperson, Brigadier Brenda Mredile, around 12, so that maybe she can be able to wrap it up for us, so that we can be able to understand if there were any issues when it comes to maybe safety concerns.